What is going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another edition of On the Road to Victory. I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and I hope you're all having yourselves a great Monday. Yes, yesterday a little tough, a little pissed off about it. We know this team will build itself back up, learn from its mistakes, grow and get better. We still believe in these parts. Birds still atop the NFL. So we talked about it. We need some good news today, right? I told you I would be live talking about a signing, and here we are. Now, it was not to the practice squad, but that graphic was out, was made, and I was like, I don't care. I'm going with it. So he will be on the active roster. I'm very excited about it. We saw how desperately we needed linebacker help yesterday in the game. We talked about it. Cunningham was going to be out. All right, well, Morrow and Ellis, we're going to see how they do, and Morrow struggled mightily. Christian Ellis, but I mean, that's all you had. We didn't have any other, hope. And I've seen a lot of slander toward Howie. Oh, well, he didn't get love. Dude, we drafted a linebacker, Nakobe Dean. He's on IR. We signed Zach Cunningham. Well, he's out. And, well, Miles Jack was here too, and he retired. So, I mean, we tried. Howie definitely tried. I don't know where the slander comes from, but today he goes out and he makes a signing that we knew we desperately needed. We've been waiting for over a damn week here, and we've been talking about it. I've been harassing my source, trying not to be too, but just, hey, and we've been talking about, obviously another move too, Zach Ertz, and that is still a possibility here. So don't think that just because this move was made, it had to be one or the other. I've been talking about getting that F-type tight end since the trade deadline. We desperately need it, and we tried with Dan Arnold, with Albert O, with Calcaterra, and nobody's really working out there as that F-type receiving type tight end. Did Zach Ertz? He knows the system. Yes, he's not the same guy, but just like with Shaq Leonard, we need help there, and it would be much better than what we've got now. But we've got one on the board, ladies and gentlemen. We have ourselves Shaq Leonard, now a Philadelphia Eagle. So let me know how you're feeling about it, ladies and gentlemen. I know I myself am pretty pumped up, and yes, finally making the decision, but a big decision for him. So we knew, look, he's still coming back from that back injury. We're going to need him to, get up to speed on things, but he was going to take his time. He said he would make his decision after the games on Sunday, and well, we got him now, baby. So that's all that matters. And Howie, you son of a bitch, I love you. I love every second of it. But look, what he needs to do is just come right in. He's already been getting to know the guys. He knows some of the people already here, and he's going to, have to learn some things, get up to, health here is back. Obviously, a very serious situation there, but look at what happened to us, what we had. You're always going to have the negative Nancy. You're not the same guy. Yeah, no shit. But that's why it's a one-year deal. That's why we're, allowing them to come here, try to get a ring, help us out. We're helping each other here. It is a no-brainer. We talked about this. I mean, the last couple of weeks, this is a move we needed to be talking about. And right, we talked about this last night, China. I told you, I'm not planning any videos because we're going to be talking about the signings tomorrow, right? And we've got one. So hopefully we get Zach and Shaq. I will be very excited. But hey, Shaq for now, I'm pumped about it, but I'm pumped up here. I don't know about you guys, but let's go. Pumped up is the word here. Do you think he can have impact? Definitely. Did you watch the game yesterday? It was pretty bad. And we talked about, a team like the Niners with Kittle, with Debo, with McCaffrey, you're going to need good linebacker help. And Zach Cunningham's been doing really well this year. Well, he was out, and we got spanked. So, look, man, we talked about, he was going to watch the games, and I said, look, he saw that ass whooping. It's like, they definitely need me. Let me, and here he is. Let's go. So, look, I'm ready to get, Zach Ertz back here. I'm ready to get this, this team continues to grow. And even with injuries, we're going to make moves. We talk about that. Howie is, wheeling and dealing. The slander I saw the past 24 hours is hilarious. It's like, look, man, just stay patient. We see the issues here. So look, man, I just think that obviously we needed help there. They got on the phone. We're like, look, man, we need you. Let's go. So here he is. He is a Philadelphia Eagle. Let's go. I'm pumped up about it. I am. I really am. So Howie will always be working. And I think we all needed it, right, Nina? I think we all desperately, and I told you last night, I'm going to put the good juju out there, the crystal ball. Let's sign one of these guys tomorrow. Let's get some good news. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. It is nice to see you. Appreciate all of you tuning in here. And look, And I'm not going to panic. I will not. And I love to see these guys freaking out. I'm not going to do it, man. It is. But I had that spirit today. This is what I'm rocking with. I don't give up, man. I'm just somebody that I'm going to fight, baby. And I know this team's going to do the same thing. So I'm an excited man. And they knew they needed to add a linebacker. And we talk about the F-type tight end for a while now. And I see a lot of people repeating that on social media now. Yes. F-type that this is what we want. Look, just understand the little things that are missing because of injuries. And even when Dallas Goedert was healthy is when I was talking about adding that tight end too. Everybody was talking about we needed Derrick Henry. No, we need a tight end too. And now that he was hurt, I mean, we really needed somebody. So it is what it is. And he chose correctly. You saw it, right, Teresa? I mean, this team desperately needed linebacker help. And I think that we made the right choice. Look, Zach and Shaq, as I told you at the beginning of this video, he's still in play. So don't think a lot of people, you can only sign one. That is not the case. We could sign both. And I was literally, I woke up and I was like, oh, because fantasy too, I won somehow because Tank Dell out for the season. I really thought, okay, I got a fantasy team. I'm going to win. The whole damn thing. Didn't have to worry about anything. Set it, forget it. And I'm like, I was like, you know what? I'm not letting this shit beat me today. Saw my Doc shirt and I'm like, let's go. I'm just not doing it. So, I told you guys, look, Ertz is still here. I talked to my source just a little bit ago, see if he says anything else. But we were excited about Shaq, but we're talking about Zach. And it's like, these are things we've talked about for a while now. And obviously the linebacker with the injuries, that becomes a problem. So do not think that, Howie is ever sleeping. And I see the slander, but hey, man, I just think that they're going to have to understand who Howie is eventually here. But let's take a look at the linebacker that we added right now, Mr. Shaq Leonard. So 28 years old, 6'2", 230, 6th year in the league here, South Carolina State. Round 2, pick number 36 back in 2018 for the Colts. And obviously they just let him go, didn't get anything in return here. And this season, he played 9 games, started all of them, only 65 tackles, 2 for a loss, and then nothing else. And if you're a stat watcher, that is going to upset you. But we know who this all-pro linebacker is. 68 starts in 70 games, 614 tackles, 32 of those for a loss, 15 sacks, 20 quarterback hits, 17 forced fumbles, 7 recovered, 31 passes deflected, 12 interceptions, and a touchdown there. So we know what kind of talent this dude had in his career, but obviously lost a step, back injury, all the things, people want to talk about. I don't give a damn. Dude is still very talented. And the same thing we talk about with Zach Cunningham. Yeah, he's getting a little bit older. He's 28 years old. I don't care. We need help there and a veteran presence. And dude, this guy help us with the run, especially like we desperately need that. So yep. So we've been talking about it here for the past couple of weeks and it really feels like 10 years, but yes, we need this, and I'm all about this move. So let's take a look at now what our linebacker room looks like. So Cunningham hopefully come back healthy here. Then we'll have Morrow, Ellis, and then, of course, Van Sumer in here with Shaq Leonard also. Let me show you on the depth chart. So now, obviously, Shaq Leonard, it's going to take him a little time. I can't just throw him here as a starter, but with 5 linebackers now, maybe, I haven't seen the corresponding move. Maybe Van Sumeren's let go here. We've talked about this, obviously you could do that, Ellis, whatever the hell they want to do here. But man, I really think that, this team, look, we've had our struggles throughout the season, but they continue to show you, they know, they see it. They're not sleeping here. And this is great, man. Cunningham come back healthy. Then you have Morrow, Cunningham, and Leonard. And if Leonard can get back to any kind of form there, man, sure, he's never going to be that all-pro. Dude, he's still a talented player. And I think, a change of scenery in the right system, maybe he plays his ass off here. He's only got, obviously the end of the regular season and then a few games in the postseason to win the Super Bowl. I think that you go all out here. He's getting his back healthy. This gives him an opportunity now to come in here. Hopefully, again, Cunningham is healthy, so we don't have to really throw him in the fire. Let him learn the system, but we do need him. So anytime would be great. But hey, look, it's the beginning of the week. Give him the playbook. Let him learn some things, get some things figured out. And then, obviously, maybe you see him a little bit on Sunday. That'd be great. Going against the team he chose against there, the Cowboys. I love it. So, we need him. So I'm very happy to have him. I'm very ecstatic here. So, I can't wait to see what he can do to help this defense. We saw exactly what would happen, if this team, it could just have some linebacker help, which we've seen throughout the year. So can make it back next week, indeed, man. And that's what we talk about. Having Cunningham and Morrow healthy, it gives him a chance to actually learn the system. And then maybe you see more Cunningham and Leonard, and then Morrow's that third linebacker that can come in and spell and help. And we were using 3 when Dean was healthy. So for me, this was a no-brainer, and we talked about it. It was up to him, man. He's a human being, and he had things in both Dallas and Philadelphia. I told you my source is very close to him, and he had some very good reasons for both. So he was going to choose who he chose, and I was hoping he wanted to go for that ring, and that is exactly what he chose. So Zach and Shaq, all about it. Those two are going to be a great duo. Now, I'll be more pumped if we get another Zach in this building, and you guys have been hearing me talk about that one. My source says that, and obviously he's very close with these guys, and the one person he's very close to is good friends with Zach Ertz, and he is, who I'm talking about for you sickos that tune into the show. But look, I think that it's a very real possibility, and I'm hoping it happens today. I hope I come back in another live video and I'm talking about Zach Ertz, because I cannot stress enough how much we need that F-type tight end. And I'm seeing it, a lot of people repeating it now on social media. Thank God, because they get so caught up in some of these other things that are not really issues. It's like, if we just have these little things that would help, I think that things would be all right. And we talked about that tight end too, that F-type, the one that we've been looking for in Alberto, in Dan Arnold in the offseason with Calcaterra, and it just hasn't happened. So look, how he's going to continue wheeling and dealing. Do not sleep on him, man. They're sleeping on the wrong one, man. He is truly the GOAT. Defense needs something. Hey, this is big for the whole team. Let's go. And hey, I'm telling you guys, my source is literally telling me that it is a very, very real possibility. They're trying to make it happen. And look, as we talked about the day it happened, bro, get excited, because this is the guy we're looking for, right? You've heard me go back to the trade deadline during that video when I talk about that mold of a player. It's literally Zach Ertz. That's who I'm talking about. He wasn't available at the time, but that's who we're talking about. That mold, exactly. He's a Hall of Famer. He doesn't need to be, elite Zach Ertz in his prime. He will be better than what we have where he is right now. Now, he's coming off of IR too. So 2 guys that are coming back from injury. But look, we're in it for the long haul here. We're trying to make it to the Super Bowl. These are the things that will help this team actually be dominant. This is not just, oh, we're missing this guy, this is a minor fix. This is truly what will help fix this team. And these are the moves. If you guys, you sickos that tune into the show, I've literally go back to the trade show. What have we been talking about? Tight end 2, linebacker. That's before Goddard got hurt. That's before Zach Cunningham got hurt, or Dean. It's because when you're able to look at this thing, why I break down the roster, why I always show you the depth chart, the practice squad, everything, because I want you to understand what I'm looking at and how I'm able to break down, okay, this is where we actually need help. I'm not listening to the media, fire everyone, trade everybody, to cut everyone. That's not how this team is going to win the Super Bowl. That's literally not at all how we or anybody's going to do. So we talk about what really needs to be done here. And I think when those things actually happen, it's beautiful. And I love to see the media catching on. Yes, we need an F-type tight end. Yes. How many months do I have to say things to wait for them to finally repeat it? It gets old. But the linebacker, clearly, with Dean and Cunningham, we needed the help. Howie, boom, on the phones, working. Leonard gets cut. I mean, the football gods are on our side. We're still winning the Super Bowl. I told you that last night. I don't care. Yeah, well, we got our ass kicked last night. We sure did. Oh, did the refs look like shit at times? Were there things you could whine like a 49ers fan? Yeah, we jabbed at them. We laugh at them. But guess what? We're not them. We don't give a shit. We lost. Get up. It's not getting knocked down. It's how you get back up. And we're going to get right back up and punch everyone right in the mouth, including them when we see them, if they can make it to the playoffs as far as us. So Howie, he knew. He always knows. And he's going to come out swinging. My man Ali, appreciate you tuning in. Let's go. But Ertz, let's get it. But very happy about Shaq Leonard here. And put Dom on there. I'm all about it. So look, we might just throw him in the fire. But, obviously with that back injury, we talked about the couple of weeks he's taken. He's getting into health. He's working out, man. He's doing his thing. So let's just stay patient. Shaq, as I said, I don't think you're going to see him starting and taking all the reps. But I definitely think you could see him on Sunday because, well, look at our room. And if Cunningham's out, well, then you're definitely seeing his ass out there. So we'll see. But I'll keep you up to date with all that. Tomorrow's going to be behind enemy lines. We'll see what's going on with the Cowboys. Then Wednesday, you'll get the initial. No, you won't. Well, yeah, you will. Wednesday, initial injury report. I'm sorry. And then Thursday, you'll get the top matchups, all that stuff. So we'll be breaking it down. But I'm hoping today I come back with some Zach Ertz news. Yeah, I would like to see Shaq on the field for sure. Never give one. Yeah, that's it. And look, this is why I try to get people on board. Why do they sleep on Howie Roseman? You sleep on Jeffrey Lurie at the top, who gives, Howie Roseman the tools to do what he wants, who gives Nick Sirianni the tools to do what he wants, who gives Jalen Hurts. You know what I mean? We're building around these people that, dude, we're in good hands. And I understand losing sucks. I was pissed off. I mean, it sucks. But you have to understand who this team is. They're the best in the NFL from the top to the bottom, and we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm going to keep repeating it. Nothing's going to stop that. And I told you last night, I'm going to be talking about signing someone today, and that is Shaq Leonard. So let them keep sleeping, right? And what do we talk about here in these parts, Linda? Let them keep hating. I'll keep educating. Let's go. Isaiah, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty pumped up here. Ready to see Shaq Leonard make an impact in an area we desperately need. We don't know if Nakobe Dean's ever coming back this year. So, hey, we got some older guys here, but now we got some younger guys with them that, hey, now it looks a little bit better here. So, yes, that is what the show is about. Now let's get Ertz all about it, my friend. Let's go. We definitely needed it, Keith. I'm pretty pumped up. Sure. Yeah. And that's right, my friend. And look, we laugh at them. It's like, oh, our quarterback got hurt. 20-point win. That doesn't count. Remember? But they don't like when you say things that they say for months upon months. But no, the Eagles are going to be right back to it, man. You heard all the players. We don't give a shit, man. We lost. It's the NFL. And I heard someone earlier today, they're like, I'm tired of the losing. This season sucks. And I'm like, are you watching? Because we're 10-2. Like, this is the second loss we've had. We're going into week 14 now. Spoiled punk ass bitches. The wine coolers, as my friend Tim would like to call them. But man, get excited. As we say each week here, enjoy the ride. This team's winning the Super Bowl, whether they like it or not. I knew they needed this game. Oh, we knew the Eagles were frauds. No one cares what they have to say. They don't know what they're talking about. The Birds are going to smack the Cowboys around this weekend, and then they'll be right back. Yeah. So let them keep moving the goalposts. So, hey, man, I'm going to keep trying to get everyone on board that notion. They'll see soon enough. Frank Reich, no thank you. Did you see they are the worst team in the NFL? I'm good on that. San Francisco played their Super Bowl. He got fired for a reason. Yes, they did, Doyle. As I said last night, that is their biggest game of the season for them. So let them enjoy it. But as I've mentioned, we're still the best team in the NFL. So I know that's very unfortunate for them. But yeah, man, I love it. I love it, man. To watch these people move the goalposts, truly hilarious. So, straight trash. Yeah, man. Nick Sirianni, we talked about that the entire past couple of weeks here. If you guys remember why I was so on board with Sirianni when everyone was against him, I talked about that interview with Shaq Leonard and what he talked about with Sirianni. And I was a huge fan of Sirianni after it. So, yeah, I've wanted him desperately. I knew that connection would help. And obviously that connection with Ertz is going to help. He's going to come back here and we're going to win the Super Bowl. Promise. I promise they're going to be repeating it. I know this game last night is getting people off board. Good. I don't want them on board. I like being the underdog. Let them sleep on us. We're going to smack their asses around. Trust me on that. People act like it's the end. Exactly, man. We're 10-2, dude. You take things like this, right, Keith? It's a smack in the mouth, man. You got to learn from it. Okay. You could be like the 40 whiners. You could whine, complain, make excuses. And dude, we definitely could. We saw all the missed calls. We saw all the bullshit happening. But that's not us, man. That's not what we do. We're a championship team. We're a championship caliber team. We want to go win the Super Bowl. So we're not about making excuses. We find out what the issues are. Linebacker, tight end too. Things we've been talking about for months on end. Okay. Well, you saw them glaring now because of injury. You saw it. Now, hopeful to get those guys back next week that are injured, but you still want to add to that because I talked about it before they were injured. I was dead serious about it because you didn't want this period right here in the gauntlet where you're losing people yet, right? So, I mean, they don't have to listen to me, but I mean, I'm going to keep trying to just put out what actually happens. I don't know, whatever, but I am, because I'm so pumped up about this, man. To see the slander, to see just people so lost and confused, and they're like, I've been waiting for this, Eagles suck. And it's like, bro, I know the game sucked. I know we got our ass kicked. We did. First time this year where we truly got our asses handed to us. And you know what? Sometimes you need that to happen, because you could have used the Jets game like, oh, that was just a fluke. We overlooked them. This game, you got your ass kicked. So you need to learn from it, man. And sometimes you need that. So look, And I've heard a lot of people talking like that. You could tell people aren't watching, don't know what's going on. Obviously, I have a source very close to him, and that back injury definitely was a bother. But he's not going to be the same guy, but much better. I don't know who's telling people that he is not better than Ben Van Summeren and Christian Ellis or Nicholas Morrow, but go watch the game yesterday, and you will see we definitely need him. So you're going to have people upset, offended, Cowboys fans that say he can't play, but they just wanted him a day ago. So you got to understand. Hey, look, I appreciate Cowboys fans that take the time to watch Eagles channels. I would definitely, like Cowboys fans, never watch Cowboys content because why would you? I mean, I don't blame you, but big thank you to you, Cowboys fan, for the support. But I don't blame you for wanting Shaq Leonard. I, too, wanted him. But, yeah, I see you're upset, and I would be, too. So we both needed linebacker help. He chose going for the ring over going for money and made the right choice. So, yeah, you saw it. Obviously, the Cowboys couldn't even stand it yet. Did you see, China, when Micah Parsons posted from like 4 years ago when the Cowboys beat the Niners? And he was like, not everyone can beat the Niners. And like I saw everyone clowning him in the comments like, dude, didn't you guys just lose last year and then like the year before that? And it was hilarious. I'm like, wait, didn't we just beat them last year in the NFC Championship? Like he had to go back 4 years ago. I was like, dude, they're down bad. And I don't blame them. You've seen how the Cowboys lost to the Eagles. They're not a good team. So don't blame them. Don't blame them. Hey, look, John, we all see who this team is. I think that obviously the negative Nancy's, they wait for games like this. Oh, I knew it. They're so upset. Look, good for them, dude. I actually watch stuff, break it down each and every week. And for those of you who like those shows, thank you. I know China, she can't wait for Behind Enemy Lines tomorrow. You get to know everything about the opponent. Then Wednesday, all the injury report stuff for both teams. All the stuff going down for both of them. Then Thursday, you get the top match. I mean, I break everything down that you possibly need to know about these things. And it just, you see why there's confusion because nobody cares about that stuff. Well, I'd rather just whine and talk about dumb shit. And it's like, you get like these Cowboys fans and the Eagles fans that love talking with those kind of people. Like, I don't like that shit. Like, look at this person. They're literally spending their time on an Eagles channel whining about not getting Shaq Leonard. Like, imagine doing that. Like, I can't imagine being down that bad. So he whopped the Cards. Yeah, I can't believe they lost to the Cardinals. So, hey, I understand their fear. They lost to the Eagles earlier this year. And yeah, man, they definitely are not. But, obviously that's why he took the physical with both teams. He was good to go. And both teams wanted to sign him, if you remember a day ago. Imagine when we play with the speed of game consistently, it's coming. Yeah, man. And that's the thing. We talk about getting healthy, getting the pieces we needed. And I have consistently talked about getting a tight end too. F-type tight end, the receiving type tight end, getting that guy, getting another linebacker. I mean, I've talked about it over and over and over again. This is exactly what we needed. And Howie, he steps in. So love to see it, man. I really do. Yeah, that guy's going to keep crying. I can't pay attention to whiny little kids. 10-2 indeed. I think that this team has proven over and over again. Just played the Dolphins after losing to the Jets. You're like, what the? Everybody, season's over. We beat the Dolphins. You beat the Commanders again. Second time. You sweep them in the division. Then you beat the Cowboys. You go into the bye. You come out. You beat the Chiefs. You beat the Bills, man. That's pretty impressive. And then nobody gave us a chance. Oh, you're going to lose at least 3 or 4 of those. We lost one of the gauntlet. So, I mean, come on, man. It's so funny to see people. And that's why I don't blame like the 49ers fans, Cowboys, Bills, Chiefs fans that spend time on Eagles pages. Like, I've never once in my life gone to like a Cowboys page. So like, that's weirdo energy. But you see they're afraid. So it's like, they spend their time whining and being weird. And it's like, dude, like, don't you want to talk about football? Like, that's what this channel is about. There's a lot of Eagles content creators that love talking with trolls and Cowboys. That's not me. That is never going to be my thing. I love talking about football. And that's why I stay ahead of the curve talking about football and understanding what's going on, breaking down who we're signing. I mean, that's how I made these sources. I got real sources where I don't have to make shit up like people because I just work hard. So, hey, I'll take over for the media one day. Trust me. They're going to keep whining, lying. I won't. So we got it. Right, Chris? We've been waiting. I told you. My source is very confident in it. We just kind of had to be patient. So, yeah, man, these people are down bad. It's really weird that they spend their time doing that. It's like, okay, so you're literally on a Monday. Like I had to fly, like my kid literally just got home from school. I was like, oh my God, it happened. Already made a bunch of these graphics. Like I said, if you missed it, he's not on the practice squad. I just already had these graphics from a week ago. Just used it because I wanted to get home and talk to you guys. But all I ever want to talk about is the Eagles, man. I couldn't imagine wasting my time talking about another team or whining. Like, weird, but I get it. Again, you can smell their fear so much. You can almost taste it. I love it. Yeah, exactly. It's always how it happened. They were dying for him. Oh, he's the greatest linebacker ever. And now it's so funny to me. Yeah, we got the double digits here, man. Hey, we talked about that last week. I'm very confident in this team. And yeah, they're one and the same. The Niners, Cowboys fans, it's really weird, man. They're little children and they're very whiny. They don't have accountability for their team. They're almost like these new Eagles fans, just whine all the time. And I'm sorry, dude. I don't have time for whiny people. They're just not very, very smart. Reich would be a horrible asset. Yes, I agree. He would be horrible. Oh, you're saying good? Oh, no. He would be horrible. I agree with that notion. Yeah, that's why he got fired. Worst team in the NFL. Usually not a good thing. Go Birds. Yes, indeed. Yeah, they did. I can't believe how bad. But our quarterback got hurt, right? So 20+ point wins don't count. And hey, I'm just going off of how they say, right? That's how that goes. Yeah, man, it's weird. Riding. DRing, we'll just call it that. That's weird. But yeah, you got to feel bad for him. I desperately need y'all. I can't. This thing is now. I just clicked on it. Desperately need y'all. Corner Slade. Eli's offended about something. Hey, sorry, bud. Hey, I hope you guys are having a good day. Really sorry to see you down about Shaq Leonard signing with the Eagles. Eagles fans, let's get a Go Birds chat going in here in the comments. I want to see if you guys are excited about these fans whining in the chat, letting us know how afraid of the Eagles they are. Thank you so much, man. We had a rough day yesterday. You know, the refs and the 20-point wins, the quarterback getting hurt. Isn't that what you guys talk about when you lose? Isn't that how it? So today it's a great day. You know, you make a great signing and then the fans of other teams top it off by letting you know it was a great signing by spending their day whining on your page. It's a beautiful thing, man. I just really think that I got to give a big shout out to you guys. I got to thank you for helping me build this channel up. You know, I can't do it without you. So appreciate the support. You guys supporting the Eagles is always something we look forward to. So I love it. I truly do. Thank you for supporting the Eagles. Yeah, man. Your live chat's close thing to Poor Dallas. Yeah, man. I think, you know, that's right. You know, this is the championship. They found the Eagles' #1 content creator when it comes to football. Look, if you guys are looking for trolling stuff, you're looking for somebody who's going to play that game with you, probably in the wrong place. But I will thank you very much for, you know, helping this channel grow, all of your comments, everything you're doing to help out here. I love it. But a big EAGLES Eagles to you. A big thank you. And we got China. Send it off in here in the chat. And it looks like you were already doing that before I asked for the Go Birds. And that is exactly the kind of energy I'm looking for, baby. Let's go. Go Birds. And look, man, I understand your guys' tears. I do. But let's talk about Shaq Leonard. I will ignore these people if you guys do the same. But we got to thank them for the comments. That helps this channel grow. So each comment they make is a thumbs up for the Eagles. So every time they comment, that is a Go Birds from them. So thank you to all the Eagles haters. Secondary needs to start. Yeah, that was a pretty bad display of tackling yesterday. Not gonna lie to you, from the linebackers, the corners, the safety. It was bad, man. But Go Birds! I love it, and agreed there. But let's go Birds, baby. All about it. Let them whine. Let them whine. EAGLES Eagles. And I know that really gets their gears going there because, look, man, we're the best team in the NFL even after losing. And I talked about that. Just in case something happens this week, we talked about it. Remember? We're still going to be the #1 team in the NFL, so laugh directly in their faces. That's all they know is how to lose. You got to understand that. Go Birds, my man. I love it. And, look, I just don't do much for the trolling in the comments. So yeah, mad respect. We'll see you guys on Sunday, and may the best team win. EAGLES, Eagles. I'm all about it, Mario. You guys getting pumped up down here, and now I'm getting pumped up. This is how you want your Mondays to go. And exactly, they did all that, and then they're going to have to see us again doing all that chirping. We'll see you again. Do not fear. But we'll see you in Jerry World. Indeed, it's going to be a tough game. Look, they're a damn good team. The last one was a tough battle. Oh, yeah. But I think, this one's going to be another tough battle. Obviously, we're going to hate on the Cowboys, but they're a damn good team. We know that. Dak's playing at a high level. They've got a damn good D. We got to get things turned around right here, right now, man. You needed that punch in the face. Well, you saw when we lost there, what did we do? We came out and beat the hell out of the Dolphins. So let's do the same thing here. We're going to need to get things, the gears grinding here. First few drives, I think it would have been different. Yeah, Mario, we talked about that last night. If we could have scored, I think touchdowns rather than field goals would have been, completely different. But instead, we go out here, kick 2 field goals, and I literally was like, son of a bitch, that's not what you do. And you kept leaving them around. And then the refs called that offsides on Sweat to give them another third down. And I was like, oh, no, what's happening? I was like, see, you should have scored. And then they didn't catch that touchdown pass. And they're like, well, we're going to give him a touchdown anyway. And I was like, oh, dear God, we effed up. So I'm with you 100%, Mario. Definitely needed to score there. Did not do that. Yo, really appreciate that. Little devil's milk. I don't know if you watch The Boys. Little mother's milk for you. But appreciate you, my dude. And look, this is a daily show each day. I'm a sicko. So tomorrow you get Behind Enemy Lines, where I'll break down everything about the Cowboys we need to know. What's going on this season with their stats, their standings, who's injured, who's on their depth chart where, all that stuff you need to know. Then we'll go Wednesday, injury reports for both teams. Thursday, you'll get the updated injury report with the top 13 matchups of the game. That'll have all the info, individual stats, team stats, everything you want to know about everything, both teams. Then Friday, game status report. Who's out? Who's questionable, all that stuff. Then Fan Friday is live. We get to talk about whatever the hell is on your mind. Saturday practice squad elevations. You know everybody who's playing. So if you're a sicko like the rest of these folks in this chat, welcome to the family, my man. Truly appreciate you subscribing. And everyone else that's new to the family, you guys have been awesome. We've been trying to grow this thing, getting people on board here. And we're true sickos. So love you all. Cannot thank you enough for tuning in. And it is going to be a barn burner. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be the worst Sunday ever. Just sitting there all day. Come on. I hate the night games. Hate waiting all damn day, watching all the other games, losing my money, just being a dumbass because I'm so pissed off waiting for the game. It's going to be nuts. I cannot wait for it. And each show this week, I'm going to be losing my mind, breaking them down. So I hope you'll tune into them because you know how much work I put into them. But this is a good one, man. And I'm going to really put some emphasis on breaking down everything, and I give you guys that love the stats. I give you the coverage stats, the individual stuff, all the things you guys like. So you can make your own assessment, right? You can tell me what you think is the way we beat this team, that team, how we're going to lose, how, whatever's on your mind, doesn't matter. But, look, man, I think everyone in the world knew what was going on with him. That's why he had a physical with both the Cowboys and Eagles. He was cleared, and that's why both fan bases both wanted to sign him. And now that we signed him, don't act like you didn't. Let's go Birds. Lee Carter got upset. He's not used to losing, man. So, yeah, they lost badly. I hope they're upset. And that was crazy. The Dom fight, I don't know why he got kicked out, but whatever, man. Trolling him for being emotional. I hate that. Yeah, man, people are annoying. I hate that stuff. But Dallas for the Eagles, always a good game. Man, you got to realize, these divisional matchups, in my 37 years of existence, it doesn't matter if you're the worst team in the league and the other team's the best team in the league. It is going to be a battle to the death. And it's not just Eagles, Cowboys, the Commanders, the Giants. For some reason, we are. And that's most divisional battles. Obviously, you see them twice a year. You kind of know them, things like that. But they just hate each other, man. And the NFC East, you see it the most, man. And I love that. I love that they're a battle to the death because you never know what's going to happen. And this is going to be a good one, man. I know it is. And I'm afraid that I might throw some money because I'm crazy with my parlays and my bets. So I'm afraid I might go a little wild here, but I am confident in this team. So I don't need to be afraid. I'm very confident, and maybe I need to calm down a little bit at times. But, appreciate you and that super chat, my man. And Hurts, yesterday, yesterday was a weird day. I thought that he did well a lot of the time. I thought, he had a good amount of time. The offensive line was actually kind of helpful, but not having Goddard was huge. The other receivers beyond AJ and Devontae it kind of comes back to why I talked about, even with Goddard healthy, you need that F-type tight end. And I think that 12 personnel is something I truly love and miss. So, yeah, he's still, to me, playing at that MVP level. So, you gotta give mad respect. It's just like, he or Dak or anybody, they'll have issues at times, but it's not just them. It's the team, and things happen, and you got to understand the context. But still playing at an MVP level, and it's going to be a great race to see who wins this division. The Super Bowl, the MVP race, all these things are now very close. It's going to be wild here. So, we'll see, though. First quarter was big. Yeah, I thought really after we started going down on the field on them, they had -2 yards. We had like 160. I was like, yeah, this is what we're talking about. But it goes to show, we played 3 games in 13 days. They only played 1 in 10 days. They had 10 days rest to play us, and we looked a little fatigued after that first quarter. And one of you brought that up the other day, and you try to believe that that's not going to have effect, or in the NFL, you don't want to say, and I'm not using that as an excuse. That is not what happened, but you can just tell, they had a while to prepare for us, and we were a little battered, man. We played the best teams in the NFL the last 5 weeks. So it's been tough, but man, I'm not giving up on this team. I think that they're going to have things figured out. And well, if you saw the replay, Sweat was not offsides. So they just made that up. And then maybe the next time he was, but that first one, the dude was behind the line. So I don't know what they were talking about there, but I think they had to kind of keep them in the game. But that's so early that it's like, you can't use refs as an excuse. You cannot be a fan like that. You just can't do that, man. You can't, they could have done. Yeah, I saw that Reed Blankenship was being held when Debo scored. I saw Jalen Hurts get smacked in the head, power slam. I saw all that stuff, but who cares? The game's over. You lost. You got to learn from it. Figure it out, right? You got to do what you got to do. Hey, really appreciate that, Mario. Really do, my man. Hope you guys are all having a great day. I know me, I woke up, I told you I put my dog shirt on because I was like, I need to have that spirit today, not having a bad day. But then, we talked about it last night. I even said to you, we're signing somebody today. We're going to have a good day. I told you, I'm not even making a video. I'm leaving Monday open to make a live one about the signing. We're leaving the positivity in the air because we knew it was coming. This team's going to whoop their ass. Yeah, man. Look, we see them again. I can't wait for it. And I hope it's after we have a little rest on our bye. Oh, I can't wait. I really can't wait. Yeah, man. But hey, remember what you guys said. Our quarterback got hurt. So a 20+ point win, it does not count by your guys' rules and standards. So great thing that game doesn't count. And we're still the number 1 team in the NFL. Just going off what you guys say. So do you think Hurts should have sat out the fourth quarter? Yeah, I wouldn't have put him back in there when they did. I was like, dude, we're down by what are you doing? 27+ points. Why are we doing this? Why? It's bad. It's bad. But is this guy still going? It's always a tough game, though. Just talking about shades. Dallas, the whole world would talk about that. I don't know what you're talking about at all. I'm going to be honest at this point. But talk your shit, no doubt. Look, throwing for 48 times, 6 carries. Oh, I was pissed off last night talking about that. You have 9 carries from your running back, 6 for Swift, and it was 2 for Scott or Gainwell, whatever, and then 1 for the other one. It was like, what am I watching here? My motto, man. Run the damn ball. And, not in the fourth quarter. Not run it in the beginning of the game. What did we talk about all week last week? I just run the ball. So I'm with you 100%, my man. It was pissing me off so bad. Here we go. And, the screens in the pass game are an extension of the run game. I don't give a damn about your screens and extensions of the run game. Just run the ball. Actually, run the ball. Just run it. Drives me crazy. I have to agree with you. Dallas is always the news, no matter how you play. No, I didn't know what he was saying just because I didn't know. But are you saying you were a 49ers fan? Look, I'm saying you talk your trash if you're a 49ers fan. No doubt, man. You guys kicked our ass. It is what it is, man. But look, I think that, this team, they've been battered and bruised through this gauntlet. I'm impressed they've only lost 1, and we just got to build on it. As an Eagles fan, that's all I can ask for. So I have to agree with you. Yeah, no doubt. And my arm hurts. Yeah. Do you remember how stupid the media and fans were that were saying he didn't have an arm? I remember how easy it was to look like the genius when everyone was against Hurts. Can't ever develop the guy. I took them all to the woodshed. That was one of my most favorite things to ever do to people, to explain how that was incorrect. And I loved it. When we just beat Josh Allen last week, that was cherry on top, because that was the guy I made the comparison to. How dare you? He could never. And he's better than him. So wild. He was made up because there were no flags after the stop offsides coming out. Yeah, man. Look, trust me. I'm with you 100%. I'm just busting this dude's balls because he's busting my balls. But no, I'm not using excuses. I don't. Yeah, the refs were bad. There were times there was shit going on. But, dude, no. We heard that the last month from every team we beat. Well, the refs, well, there was always excuses, right? And it was annoying as hell. We're not going to do that, man. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to make excuses for them. They played like ass. They weren't tackling. Missing linebacker sucked. Yeah, the tight end sucked. Missing him. Yeah, all that. The injuries. Yep, that sucks. But guess what? We lost. So at the end of the day, you got to, dude, figure it out. Go whoop some ass. And that's all we can ask for, man. Blankenship got tackled. Form tackle. He did, man. He jumped on his back. I was pretty pissed off. I'm not going to lie to you. But nothing we can do now, man. Nothing we can do. Impactful. I don't know why BJ doesn't use him as much. Look, it's not even about that. Like, we actually do run the ball. Like, I think we're like 5th or 6th in rushing attempts per game. Like, we do run it. I think for me, it's a matter of when you're running it and how you're running it, your play calling, what you're doing. Because I think we're also like 19th, 20th-ish in that range when it comes to yards per carry. So we're not doing the greatest at it. I don't understand, because we have one of the best offensive lines. We usually dominate people. That's where it comes back to kind of like, when are we doing it? So that's why I get pissed off. We're not running, I'm going to run on 3rd down. I'm going to run. Like, oh, you pass it on 1st and 2nd. Like, that's the kind of shit getting too cute with me. Don't do that. And Brian Johnson, I'm not one of those people. You got to fire him, cut everyone. I'm not doing that. It's just, you got to learn from these things, man. And I know you're still very young to this. You are learning. And I've seen great adjustments. Each week, you see the great things he's done. And you see people having to backtrack. And then as soon as another mistake happens, then it's like, and look, there are multiple people that blame for a lot of these things. It's not just Brian Johnson. It could be Nick Sirianni. It could be Hurts doing something. It could be an offensive lineman, a receiver, a tight end not doing the right thing, a running back not blocking. I mean, there's so much that you have to really understand the context of every single play. If we're going to sit here and this guy, there's a lot that goes into it. So you really got to watch the tape and understand what you're watching. And I think a lot of people get, carried away. Now, I'm not saying that's what you're saying, China, but I think Swift, for me, I would, like we've talked about a million times on the show, I would run the ball more, beginning of the drive, beginning of the downs, like start off running the ball. We always come up and try to we have this idea that we're going to come out swinging and we're going to, score right away. We're going to pass the ball. We're going to go right down. We're going to score on them. Then we're going to get the lead. And then we're going to run the ball. That's cute. That's fine and dandy. But guess what? That hasn't worked all year, dude. So you're not this dominant. We have the pieces to be dominant like that. But, dude, until you get things rolling, you get, the run game going, you're not going to be able to do that stuff. So I don't know who they think they're kidding, but better figure it out. And I think they will. So, look, yeah, we got him. Let's go, Liz. We got him. 5-1 and 5-1. Let's win another 5. I'm all about it. I am all about it. You know I will, my friend. You know I will. Welcome to be an Eagles fan, because we get hated. We're the most hated team in the NFL, and I love every second of it. My girl Liz is in here. Let's go. Love to see it. Yeah, man, we ain't crying here. No excuses. Exactly. That's what I like to see, my friends. That's right, Callie. Exactly. We're not them. Now I'm going to bust some balls if someone's trying to bust my balls. But yeah, man, I'm not like those fans. Couldn't imagine spending the entire offseason and then throughout this whole season waiting for that game, saying the things they did. Embarrassing. Just nothing off of Shannon's off. Hey, man, I don't know what. Dude, we just fell apart and looked like ass. Got a lunch. Yo, let's go. What a great lunch gift this is. Signing Shaq Leonard. You were here. We were talking about last night. We need this good news today. We need to feel a little something good here. So we'll see. And yeah, they've been great at home. Haven't they won more than that, though? I thought it was like they had like a long stretch there at home. I wanted to say it was like 12 straight at home, wasn't it? I have no idea, but I felt like it was. But Brian Johnson in love with the deep ball. Well, yeah, please don't call Frank Reich. Oh, please no. I do not want anything to do with the worst team in the NFL's coach that just got fired. Please no. But I want them to figure out some things they need to. But I wish that were true, but that is actually America's team. That is the most bandwagon team. Trust me, I live in Pennsylvania, and there are Cowboys fans everywhere. There is no team like it. They are the most loved team. So being the most hated, being the rival of that team is truly beautiful. And I love every second of being that outlaw, being the one to stand against the system. That is why I love my Eagles. They've always stood out from the crowd, and that's the best to me. Time to bring Suge. I don't know if I think that, we're good interior wise. I don't know what happened in this game. I think the linebacker help was really what would help me. But Zach Ertz, I've talked about it all show. I do believe he will come back, and I'm hopeful that I'm talking about that in another show later tonight. But let me check my phone one more time, see if my source said anything. I guess I'm not cool. He didn't say a word. I was talking to him during the game, I was like, Greenlaw can meet Dom in the lot if you'd like, a little punk bitch. Yeah, so I was getting heated during that, but it's so cool to have a source that literally is with the Eagles, like at every second of his day, because the things I get told and get to see, it's pretty neat. But when you get to see stuff like that, he's like, you got to realize, like, this is real life. These dudes are ready to go get some action, and that was pretty cool. But we were talking this morning. I was like, man, I need that good juju happening today. And he didn't get back to me until it had happened. And he's like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. He's like, I was so busy today. He's like, I didn't even know it was happening. And I was like, dude, that's perfectly fine. I had all the graphics ready after what you told me the other day. So don't worry about it, baby. Let's go. You know me. I'm ahead of the curve. The crystal ball is working, ladies and gentlemen. It is working. Definitely made my days. Cowboys fans are on my ass at work. Oh, yeah. And you love it, man. When you see that you control their emotions, what they talk about, that's when you know you're the best team in the NFL. You got to take pride in that. You got to, okay. Yeah, I was upset, but now I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for that. That's how I take it. If they want to spend their time talking about my team, I would never do that. So that's cool. I think it's awesome. So, and yeah, we definitely needed linebacker help. So the linebacker help we're talking about here right now. Yeah, so now you agree. See how beautiful that is? Imagine being in Texas, being an Eagles fan. All I hear is, yeah, see, all I hear is cowgirls, this and that. I can't imagine. I would not imagine that. I see the Cowboys fans that are around here, and more power to them, man. Just said I'd rather be crying for losing a game than crying because it broke. Yeah, I saw them saying that to fans. I love them. And dude, that's the thing. It's like these people are way too reactionary. Quit way too. Someone literally, the comment was, I'm so sick and tired of this team losing, especially in games where we need to win. And I was like, dog, believe it or not, the 49ers are actually pretty damn good. Okay. And all this losing, I was like, this is the second time that we lost. We're in week 14 now, man. Holy shit. I can't imagine if these people would have been fans before the Super Bowl, because there have been some years they would have not lasted, because there have been years that were actually bad, and I don't think they could have handled what they were watching. Me too. Very proud. The fact China is pro in the NFL, a bunch of nobody's trolling them. Look, it's embarrassing. Jalen Carter is a stud. Love that kid. You guys still comment on that reaction video. That is my most watched video ever. Of course, they flagged it because I dropped the F-bomb in it. Sorry, I was a little excited that we were getting my guy for the 5th year in a row. But if you guys are into draft stuff, any of you new to the channel, that was my 5th year predicting who the Eagles would select with their first draft pick. So if you guys are into that stuff, check it out. But we did a live stream for the first year. And so I recorded the whole thing, but I ended up making a clip. I could only use a minute. So if you want to watch the whole thing, go back to it. It is hilarious. I definitely lost my mind, but it's the most watched video. I think it's almost up to 50,000 views. So I appreciate the hell out of all of you. But of course, it's not going to pay me for that because I dropped the F-bomb, assholes. But I love that you guys are excited about it. I love that you guys see my passion, how much I love my birds, because that's what this show is for. For those of you sickos, you diehards that are just like me, and that you not only want to be a crazy Eagles fan, but you want to actually learn a lot about the Eagles and every single move that's made, what that does to the cap, what it does to the roster, what the depth chart looks like. I literally am like, I've always been like that. So that's why I created the show. For those of you who are like me, well, welcome to the family. For you sickos who keep coming back, well, I love the hell out of you and hope you're enjoying your damn holiday season. John, my man, let's go. We got him. Shaq in the building. Let's ride. And exactly, we mentioned that earlier, Callie. Oh, the gauntlet. Everybody said we'd lose 3, 4, right? Well, we lost 1. So not worried about it. Call him my man. Yo, hope you're having a great day, my friend. And Mean Skeets up in here saying Jalen Hurts. Let's go. I'm with you. Had a Texan fan talking trash to me. Told him get a ring. Yeah, that's wild. they're looking good with the young team. Stroud, I'm pretty pissed, as I said earlier. Tank Dell out for the season. I thought he was such a sneaky pickup for me, and well, now he's gone. And Rodney Pete, no doubt. A little bit before that, my time, but I was a big Rodney Pete fan. His wife, what the hell show was he on? The Cooper. The Coopers, was that it? Man, I'm losing my mind. But for some reason, I remember that being a kid. And then I remember Rodney Pete was playing with the Lions there for a while. But I grew up, it was Jaws when I was just a wee one. But my favorite player, my first favorite player that I can remember, obviously, they'll tell you Reggie White, because when I was a kid, that was my family's favorite. But when I started growing up, there was a guy named Randall Cunningham. And let me tell you, I was quite lucky to grow up watching him. But not for very long. But he was awesome, and I loved him. He'll always be one of my favorites. Hurts beat Dak one time for the record. Yeah, he did in a game where he finally wasn't just like a random rookie in a game that, was pointless. We got to see who the better one was. So I agree with you. Hurts definitely showed it. Texans had one good half a season. Yeah, getting cocky's a little wild for him. Got a nice young team for the future, but I'd settle down this season, man. Go Birds! Appreciate you tuning in. Hell yeah, indeed. So, been a fan since the Norm Snead days. That's what's up. I come from a lineage of diehards. We talk about my grandfather. Pop, if you're watching, big shout out to you. Love you. I know this game was rough. Graham, my mother, hope you're all doing well. Love you. They're all down in Florida, but he used to work for Coca-Cola, so he used to get to work for Connie Mack Stadium during the game days, bringing in the Coca-Colas and getting to meet all the guys he always talks about, McDonald, all kinds of dudes that I think that, for me, it was obviously I was born with green blood, but it was a luxury, man. I was so blessed to not only, my pop, but then my dad. I mean, my whole family's from Philly. I was, of course, one not born there, but I lived there, and I think I was probably a little more rowdy than they ever were in my period of living there. So, but look, man, it's in my blood. And I think that's why, we all get along so well, you diehards, because we just have a different understanding of the team. We've seen when they're actually bad. We've seen things that some of these young pups would definitely never, ever, ever make it through, because I've seen some bad teams. But look, we could talk about Kotite. We could talk about so many bad things, but I've seen some great things too. And this team right here, it's still capable of being one of the best teams. And the way that they come back when they get knocked down, they do it during games a lot of the time. Didn't do it yesterday, but you hope that they get back up after this loss. They learn from it. We go whoop some ass. We do not like that. Born in 97, been a fan of the Eagles, and no doubt, my man, no doubt. And big shout out to Pop. And I saw his comments last night. It was just a couple teardrops on a couple things. I know how he's feeling, and my Pop will get on him. Trust me, he's on him, and he's been pissed the last few weeks with what they've been showing. He said last week, one of the first halves of football he can remember seeing in a very long time. And when he gets pissed off, and look, I try to talk him down, try to be as positive as I can. And I think I've become so positive just for that reason. I try to remember he's watching. I try to remember you guys are watching. And I try to remember, hey, look, man, you're looking for a little bit of hope. Let me try to find a way to give it to you. So that's why I dig deep, break things down, and, try to break down the football aspect stuff. And people will try trolling and doing things and doing that stuff. I will easily, try to get right through it and continue talking football, because that's what this channel is all about. And that's what I want you guys to be about, understanding and loving what this team does. And even when they're losing, loving them, right? We came back last night. Like I said, I'll be your post game, because it's win, lose, or tie. I bleed green until I die. And I mean it, because I love my Eagles. You guys saw me on my deathbed. You saw me create this channel. I was almost dead, and I decided, need to talk about my birds. Yep, I'm a sicko, man. That's how much I love my Eagles. And here we are today. I just happened to predict the Super Bowl the first year they ever done it. So I kind of figured I should keep doing it. And hey, the track record speaks for itself. And you new sickos to the channel, I hope you enjoy what it's about coming your way. Usually there's a lot of graphics, things like that. I just threw this together the other day, the graphics, and threw it up when I got home because I wanted to talk to you about it. So a lot more extensive stuff coming your way throughout the week. Most of the Cowboys fans, I asked who they hated the most. They all said of course. Yes, of course they hate the Eagles, and they should, because, well, we don't like them. Go Birds. You have yourself a great day. Appreciate all of the comments. Each one of your comments helps build this channel. If you guys get anything from this, I appreciate you hitting the like button, subscribing, all the things you do to support me. I cannot thank you enough. Trying to pull myself up like the Eagles had quite a rough past few years, but I don't give up, so I'm not going to give up on my birds either. But I love each and every one of you. I got to get rolling out here. I'm hopeful that I'm back here later tonight talking about Zach Ertz. Let's go. If not, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But again, a bunch of fans, Virginia, 757. Yeah, no doubt, my man, no doubt. But I hope you guys are all having yourself a great Monday. Shaq Leonard in the building now, so some excitement to be had. Here is that defensive part of the depth chart here one last time. Don't have him starting just yet because, well, he's going to have to get up to speed, do his thing. But I think big things ahead. You see, we finally got some receivers. Oh, I'm sorry. Some linebackers. I don't know why I just said that. But you see anybody in green here, that means they are new to the roster this season. If you're wondering, sorry, I didn't explain that if you've never seen the show before. But I do that with every team when I show you each week, the opposing teams, just so you know what's different. So when we looked at the Niners, we see what's different from the last match, all that great stuff. I break it down, but sorry, I didn't explain that. So any draft picks, undrafted signings, trades, all those players will be in green, but you can see now, obviously Fletcher Cox is not green. He was out for that game. So he had a different color. So my apologies, but look, I will be back once we sign Zach Ertz. How about that? And then tomorrow we'll be behind enemy lines, and I expect to hear from you throughout the week. It's Dallas week, baby. So yeah, the loss sucked, but chin up. We are the best team in the NFL, still 10-2. No, he is not. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Ali, my man. You've been tuning in here for a while. But no, I actually did that with somebody else too before I saved it, so I must have switched that one. I don't know. I tried to fix that before I came on. That was the only thing, and then I threw Shaq Leonard and put him on the one without Ben Van Sumeren. So I try to do this as quick as I could so I could talk to you guys as much and for as long as I could, because I hate that I lose time creating all these graphics and stuff, and I do them quickly as much as I can, but I create so many things. So I hope you guys enjoy this stuff. Again, if you do, I really appreciate you hitting that like button. Thank you for all of the comments. Thank you for everything you're doing to help me build this bad boy up. But I love all of you. I do. And I hope you guys, let me check one last time on my source in case anything happens here. We don't want to miss it. I don't think that we signed anybody just yet. Nope. So, the NFL's reviewing the sideline incident between Dre Greenlaw and head of security Dom DeSandro. Yeah, I don't know how they should. So, yeah, you tried to punch him in the face. That didn't work out. But, yeah, nothing has happened there. But I hope you're all having yourselves a great Monday. If you need anything, coming back. Are you talking about Ndamukong? No, I doubt that. But I would like to see Zach Ertz. Appreciate the update. Yo, I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you for taking the time. I hope your lunch break is going well. Hope you guys are all having a great Monday. I will drop that behind enemy lines tomorrow. You will see everything you need to know about the Cowboys. And look, hopefully I'm back for Zach Ertz. If it's not tonight, tomorrow, whenever it happens, I will be live. We'll be breaking everything down. But again, if you guys need anything, you know that you can always reach out, whether it be down below in the comments, any of the social media platforms down there. He should, man. That was pretty wild, but you guys can always reach out, whether it's about football, whether it's about life. You just need a friend. I always say it because I mean it. You guys are always here for me, so I am truly always here for you. And you guys know I've been to hell and back, so I always just try to be a friend, especially when you got stuff going on. And look, all of us always have things going on, so don't go through it alone. I've done that in my life. You don't want to do it. Reach out if you need me, but I love each and every one of you. And until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. Thank you to each and every one of you that is new to the subscription here. Thank you to all of the sickos who have returned. But if you're watching this later, I would love to hear from you. You guys want to continue the conversation, leave it down below. But I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now, go Birds!